the quotation, the catalog, and if you want a 3D video, we can send you privately. Okay, and later I will show you how to get this flue oil from these waste things. Like we have two kinds. The first one is the solid waste. It includes like the rubber, plastic, and then we can just by using this pyrolysis technique get the flue oil, carbon black, and steel wire from them. The steel wire, like it's from the with Tyre, and plastic don't have the steel wire. And the oil yield of the flue oil, it depends on like the different raw materials. Like if we have the waste tire, the tire from the truck, car, this kind of big tire, then the oil yield can reach to 40 to 45%. And except that, we also have 33 or 35% of the carbon black, 15% of the steel wire, and 10% of this syngas or tail gas. This is about the waste tire. And about this waste plastic, we will have different kinds of plastic. Like most of the customers to have the plastic pyrolysis business is the raw material from this daily garbage or the construction waste, medical waste, this kind of plastic. So we can't just make sure that how many oil in it, because the garbage is just to have some other water or some other materials content like the bricks, metals. So it will depend on how many plastic in it. If you get the pure plastic, the PPPPS, then this oil yield can reach to 90% to 95%. But just like the daily waste, the medical waste, maybe the oil yield is 30 to 50%. And also like some construction waste, the paper mail waste, if you got the dry one, don't have the water content, then the oil yield is 60% nearly, and the wet one is 20%. So it depends on many situations, depends on how many other materials contained in it. This is two kinds of the solid waste. And about the hazardous waste, it will also depend on how many oil, how many water contained in it. This solid waste will mainly are the oil sludge or the coal tar oil sludge. And we also can get the flue oil, get the carbon black, and like the coal tar oil sludge, we can get the coal powder from this kind of waste things. This is kind of materials we can use, and well, just is there anybody in my live show? Or if you can hear my voice, you can just comment. I'm not sure is there anybody in my live show, or can you hear me? Okay, and let's go on. We talk about some hazardous waste and solid waste, and different type, different oil yield. And like if you get the pure one, the tire. Okay, just if you get this pure PPPPS or the ABS, then the oil yield is very high, and just some other material content, and maybe will have an influence of this kind of oil yield. Well, if you want to know whether your material have a high oil yield or not, you can send your material to us, like your plastic, your oil sludge, as in kind of them, to our factory. We can give you a free service to have experiment of this oil yield. Then our sales manager will just relate it on your oil yield and the state of this kind of materials, give you analysis about this business. Is it profitable? Is it just allowance? Have a large profit to have your pyrolysis business. Then this is the first one. We need to ensure what materials we can have. And the second one is what pyrolysis equipment that I will choose. Is the batch type or the semi-continuous or the fully continuous one. We have certain type and it is suitable for different raw materials, suitable for different capacities. And then what is the efficiency and what is the advantages of different equipment? This is I will show you later. You can see this 3D video is a fully continuous one, the newest and the highest technique of this three kind of equipment. Well, just if you want to know more information about the batch type or the semi-continuous one, you can also comment. I will show you this 3D video for you. And welcome our new friends. We are talking about these waste tire, waste plastic, pyrolysis equipment, and how to ensure the safety and environmental protection. You can just wait a minute. I will by using this 3D video, I will show you how about the safety device and how to prevent the pollution of the gas, water, or the chemical pollution, or kind of things. Okay, and now in this 3D, in the common place is our that's a WhatsApp and our telephone. You can just contact with us directly, or you can send a private message to us to know more information about our equipment. Or if you want to get the quotation, want to get the catalog or the detailed data of this equipment or the detailed technique, you can just directly contact with our engineer to know more. Okay, and now let's start from this fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Let's start from the very beginning. And this video is the fully continuous of the waste tire, waste plastic pyrolysis plant. This is a PLC system, PLC computer and the PLC panel to control the whole device to work safely and efficiently and automatically. And this is a panel monitor. And here is the pyrolysis equipment. We have the feeding system, condensation system, the desulfurization system, the condensation, discharging, and purification system. And first is the feeding system. Those with a diameter of less than 1 or 2 millimeter of the rubber powder will convey to the horizontal feeding angle by this lifting screw conveyor and to the hopper, and then this is the horizontal feeding winch. Then it will put into the reactor for heating. And this is the heating system. We use the hot vane furnace, while the furnace of the reactor adopt this indirect heating design for flame heating air, and this air will hit this furnace, the reactor. Well, this is the design can not only to protect this reactor inner body and it can only just prolong the service life of the equipment, and can also just heat this air more evenly. Or if you use this burner or tail gas burner, it has 6 or 10 burners in each step. We can't just ensure it is heating in the even temperature. It can heat more evenly by using this. You can see here it is the reactor in the screwed inside to just put this rubber powder just to go ahead, and the tail gas will come out in the back outlet. This is the hot wind recycling. And this is the sporting well forwarding our 2 reactor parts. Well, and there's the cooling circulating water device, and there's this lubricating oil to protect the supporting well. Well, the whole process, we're using this micro negative pressure process to reduce the contact between the carbon black and the oil gas. And that can reduce this oil rate of carbon black and improve the tight transmittance of the luminance. And here you can see this is outlet. This green part is our fixed section through which the oil gas enters the buffer tank upwards, and the carbon black will flow back to this slagging winch here. And let's talk about this oil gas first. And the gas will come to the buffer tank, and it is used to slow down the gas and to participate the impurities. This is carbon black inside this flue gas. And next we come to the buffer condensation tank. There are 3 tanks to further participate the impurities, and also to slow down the speed. And the covered it is also a water cover, the water jacket, that's a condensation effect to ensure it. And this is the temporary oil. The oil will temporarily start here. And you can see here, this is the U-tube, is to balance the pressure and to prevent the oil gas from entering this oil tank during we pump it. This is a oil tank, storage tank of 2 tons. And now we come to the vertical condensers. This is used to increase the cooling area and to ensure all the gas are condensed down. You can see there are several tubes inside, 37 tube. And we will go through the 3 water condensers to make sure all the gas will cool down and we can get the flue oil. This is the micronegative device to ensure all the gas will just come back. And then the water seal to prevent the tail gas from flowing backwards. Okay, and let's look at this. Well, this is the optional environmental protection device. It's called the tail gas odor removal system, or the desulfurization system. Well, the circulating water containing this sodium hydroxide reacts with the tail gas. It's in order to remove this hydrogen sulfide inside. Or if we just burn the tail gas directly, it will have the bad smoke during this production. So we need to remove the hydrogen sulfide inside or some sodium dioxide inside to purify it. Then we can just recycle this tail gas. They use the actual tail gas to generate this electricity. For the tail gas burner, we need the actual energy for 8 hours, like we need these syngas or the natural gas or the flue oil. And the next few days, we can only use the tail gas to burn our reactor. This is what it looks like. You can see first is a buffer tank to slow down the speed. And then this is to spraying tower to spray this kind of water, recycling water with this the sodium hydroxide. And the last one is the water sealed. Also the same effect to prevent the tail gas flowing backwards. And then by using this tube, the tail gas will come to the burner, the hot wind burner, to burn it to save our extra heating energy. And then let's come to the sagging discharging system. This is the first action we need. Here is the heat preservation. We specially designed a material sealed design to prevent the air from entering and the oil gas from leaking. And then by using 3 stages of the same design angle with the cooling water cover, the carbon black will come to a normal temperature, then we can just pack it directly. And this is a safety device in the buffer tank. Contact with the pressure relief valve. With the pressure, if the pressure is too high, that more than 20 kilogram, and the pressure relief valve will just automatically open to release the excess oil gas. You can see here it is. The opener will open to release the gas to this tail gas purification system. And this is it. When the safety valve is opened to release the pressure, the excess oil gas will just transport to the standby water cell by the pipe and to cooled into the oil. And then this is the desulfurization system. The 3 devices. The first one is the air-cooled cooling device here, which can replace this water cooling to lower the temperature of the smoke that we need to release. And then the second, the post-dust collector to remove the dust from the tail gas, the flue gas. And then this is a glass fiber reinforced plastic desulfurization tower. This flue gas will be cooled below 120 degrees when entering in this part. You can see here, this is the air equalizing device to just evenly contact with the spraying water. And this is the here is the layer to spraying, and the top layer is to just dismist the device. The mist. And then this is automatically oil just a pumping system for the fully continuous equipment. When the oil tank is full, the pump will just pump automatically to this large tank. This is it. The fully continuous pyrolysis equipment. Well, just during this introduction, do you have any questions about this? Or if you want to get more information about the fully continuous pyrolysis equipment, you can contact with us. Our sales manager will give you more information about our equipment and the quotation and certification. And here, here is a picture of our clients all over the world. Now this shows is our clients in Asia, some delivering a picture and some installation picture. Now this come to Africa. Ghana. We have many customers in Ghana. Here is the sulfurization system. So just you can have a look at this. Now we have more than 120 countries. We have our customers. So it's very convenient for you to visit. Here is some customers in Europe. You can have a look. Now we have, now it also, just to return to the Africa, just we have our customers in each continent, so it's very easy for you to visit there. And also in our own factory, there are many prototypes and some the equipment that are waiting to be delivered, or it's just building in different steps. So it's more clear to come here and you can get how we built our equipment and how we ensure it can work in a safe environment and to prolong this service life. So we suggest you can come here. You can come to Henan province, China first. You can come to our company first. To have a deep communication, and then our sales manager will take you to our factory by car. Okay, and yeah, the common place is that we have 3 types of the pyrolysis equipment. Now we have a deep introduce of the technique of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. You can have a look, and then we will have introduced about this batch type pyrolysis plant. Okay, now let's have a look at this batch type pyrolysis plant. You can look at the 3D video first, and I will have introduced about the whole line, and after that, let's have a comparison about the batch type pyrolysis plant and the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Then we can know how to choose a good equipment. Depends on your material capacity and your the factory of you, and which is more suitable for you. Yes, in the commonplace now, we have our WhatsApp and email, so you can just contact with us directly. Or if you want to know more information, you can just send a private message to us. Our sales manager will contact with you to give you this quotation. Well, the batch type pyrolysis plant, the working efficiency is we can get one batch for 1 day. And about the fully continuous one, it is we can work for 24 hours without stop, and it can work continuously for that 45 to 60 days. This is the difference. And the same as the fully continuous one, it all have the feeding system, pyrolysis system, condensation system, the starting system, and the purification system. Just they have different device, different technique, and the different efficiency. Like we need to cool down the carbon blacks, the temperature, that to discharge it. But if you use the continuous one, you don't need that. We can discharge at a high temperature. This is that difference, the mainly different. And the feeding material, there have some different, like the batch type one, we don't need to get some pre-processed. A whole tire, we can just put it directly, and the plastic, we can just dry first and put it inside the reactor. But the continuous one, you need to have some pre-process, crash it into the rubber powder, plastic particles. Then we can ensure it's feed in the door at a sealed environment. There are no gas release. And then let's the last is the purification system. After that, let's start from the beginning to show how to run the batch type pyrolysis plant. This is the factory, and the 3D video shows the 6 production line of this purification system, and the pyrolysis system is about 60 tons. You can see one equipment just occupying nearly 200 to 300 centimeters, and then this is the carbonization. Sorry, this is the carbon black sub-deprocessing. And then let's start from the beginning. And the first is the feeding system. We need 1 or 2 workers to feed it. 1 worker use the truck, and then 1 worker use the automatic feeder. This is a hydraulic thrust of 15 tons. You can see here 2 workers to put these materials inside. We just need 2 or 3 hours to put it. And then this is a combustion system. Our combustion system is equipped with 300,000 calorie burners. And this is a tail gas burner next to each burner. After heating for about 2 hours, the temperature gradually rises, and the oil gas will be generated at 120 to 160. Then the white gas is a mixture of these oil gas and this tail gas. It will come out to this outlet. First, it will come to the buffer tank, which is the first one is the vertical condensers, because in the first coil, the oil is relatively heavier and sticky. So in this vertical design, the oil, the continuously formed to the sore in the wall to prevent this blockage. Each condenser is the 108 millimeter pipe. The pipe is just surrounded by the circulating water, and the water oil will just temporarily stand here. And then this is the second, the oil water separator, which is both a condenser and a safety device. It can prevent the oil gas from falling back and to purify the oil gas. The outer of the cooling water jacket will cool the oil gas. And then there's a third cooling procedure, horizontal condensers. We have the two condensers, each with the 37 pipes of 76 millimeter. Well, it will greatly increase our cooling area, ensure that most of the gas is cooled after the first three cooling system, and this cold oil gas will just temporarily stored in this oil storage tank. This is the biggest, have the highest efficiency, and the biggest area of the cooling. From this, 90% of the oil gas will cool from here. And then the last step is the cooling tower, which is to ensure all the gas are cooled down in the cooling system and to provide oil out. And then this is the all the oil gas we will condense, and the non-condensable gas from this condensing tower, it is called the tail gas. It will enter our standard safely device water cell, which can prevent the tail gas from falling back in the background. And then it will come to this, the environmental protection device. Just as the topic said, how many environmental protection device we have. This is one of them. It will just have this optional device to purify the tail gas. Because if we just burn the gas directly back to the reactor, it will have bad smoke. Then this is to, just by using this spraying tower, the sodium hydroxide is added in this tower to purify the odor of this hydrogen sulfide. Inside is the physical filter inside to just disperse the gas into the tail gas and to make it fully contact with the moisture to just deodorize them. This is a water cell. You can see here, the purified tail gas will recycle to the reactor through the pipeline to heat it. This is the environmental protection device that we selected to remove the sulfur dioxide and other kind of gas that some smoke we need to release by having this combustion system. We have different programs of this. It can reach to the standard of the regions. And this is the vacuum device. It takes half of an hour to an hour to pump out this residual oil gas in the reactor. It will pump it into the horizontal condensers to be condensed into oil. So it have several effects. The first is a safety device. If the residual oil gas the condensity, it is very high, and it will be dangerous for the oil gas to contact with the air when the reactor door is opened. And the excess tail gas will be concentrated and discharged into the combustion chamber for the combustion. And just because the amount is very small, so we can just we don't need to store it. It can just be burned directly, or just by using a condensation system to condense it. And this is the where we set up. Later is a buffer tank. Sorry, the burning chamber here to just burn the tail gas. Then this is the air cooling system of our reactor. We just equipped it with 15 kilowatt of this the generator. And its cooling time can shorten from 10 hours to 5 hours, which is greatly improves this operation efficiency of this equipment. And the discharging system, we come to our side slagging system. We have 3 ways of slagging. This is one of the side slag, and also we have the front slag and back slag. Because this 3D video shows is the side slag, let's share some advantages of this. The first, it have 2 slag ports, so the reactor will just discharge the carbon black twice in one revolution, which has greatly improved the slagging discharge efficiency. The second is you can see that the slag directly discharge underground. It can prevent the carbon black from flying and polluting the workshop. And this is the carbon black air transportation system. It can put this carbon black to the deprocessing tank. Here it is to have, because the carbon black have a high heating energy of 7,000 kcal, it can replace the coal to heat the material. Like it, we can just press it into the bowl to heat, or it can just purify it and to be the material of rubber or the paint things. This is the last step. Discharge to pull out the steel wire. We can get 15% of the steel wire just by using the waste tire pyrolysis. And the last one, pump this oil tank. This is for the batch type pyrolysis plant. Just about this, does anyone have any questions about this? Well, just we have shared about the fully continuous pyrolysis plant and the batch type pyrolysis plant. There have some different. You can see the technique is kind of different. And later, let's have a comparison about these 2 plants. Here are some of our customers. Here you can have a look. We have our customers all over the world, more than 120 countries. Okay, then let's back to the fully continuous one. There are some techniques that if you have watched our live show later, that nowadays we have some renewed technique, like we change the traditional burner heating to the hot blast solve heating, which had advantages to have the more uniform heating. And then the optional semi-automatic control or the automatic control, the fully automatic control system to operating this heating system automation to realize the automatic temperature control, pressure control, and fire control. So it's more convenient, more efficient. The second is we use the micro-negative pressure process to reduce the contact between the carbon black and the oil gas, and can reduce the residual oil rate of the carbon black. This is why. It can just have the further processing of the carbon black. It's better for it. Have a high enhancing the added value of these products. This is the second change of the fully continuous one. Just any other questions about this of the fully continuous and the semi-continuous? Now let's have a comparison between these two kinds. The first one is the working efficiency of the batch type and fully continuous one. The batch type pyrolysis plant is we can get one batch for 1 day, nearly 20 to 22 hours we can get one batch. And the fully continuous one, it is that we can work for 45 to 60 days without stop. Don't need to cool down the reactor to discharge the carbon black. This is the comparison of this. You can see the fully continuous one have a much more higher working efficiency. The second one, the capacity of the model. The fully continuous one is the biggest one is 50 ton, and the batch one is 20 ton. This is the difference. And for the fully continuous one, we have 15, 20, 30, 40, or 50 ton of this equipment for 1 day. And the batch type one, the smallest is 1 ton, 2 ton. This is the frame type. And also, if we want to get a large tank, large equipment, the smallest one is 10 ton. Also, we have 12 ton, 15 ton, 18 ton, and 20 ton. They're kind of different. And the third difference is some standard of the raw material. Like the batch type pyrolysis plant, we don't need to have much more pre-process. We can put the whole tire, put the mixed plastic, put the oil sludge, or the mixed coal tar oil sludge, aluminium mingled, or whether you want to, if they have oil inside, to get the pyrolysis reactor. And the fully continuous one, because we need to ensure there are no oxygen inside and no gas release, so we need to have some pre-process to crush this material to smaller pieces. Like the waste tire, we need to put it into the rubber powder, and the steel wire, this plastic, we need to crush it to the particles. And some material that is not suitable to get the fully continuous one, like the aluminium ingot, aluminium plastic. The aluminium ingot, one of the products, is much more large than the winch inside. So we can't use the fully continuous one. We can only use the batch type pyrolysis plant. This is kind of limited of the materials. And other technique, like the batch type, it can ensure the work. We need to ensure that to discharge the carbon black at a normal temperature. But the fully continuous one, it can discharge the carbon black at a high temperature, so they don't need to cool down the reactor for have a safe environment. This is why it have a much more higher efficiency. It's a kind of different. And also the fully continuous one, for 50 ton, it occupies land of nearly 700 square meters, and the batch type one for 15 ton is 20 to 30 centimeters. So if we get 6 line, that's almost the same as the fully continuous of the capacity per day that we need 180 to 200 to 2000 1080 to 2000 centimeters. So one batch type is occupied much more smaller land, but if you count the whole line, the fully continuous one is much more land limited. This is some kind of different, and the fully continuous one is much more automatically. When we run this equipment, we will have a PLC system to control the whole size and have monitoring of it. This is why most of our customers nowadays will choose the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. So just you can have a comparison. What you chose depends on your materials and how many material you need to deal with every day.